Zachary Bales. Are you Mr. Bales?
Sir.
17373. Charged with possession of controlled substances, firearms for certain persons, other charges. You have a lawyer, sir?
Sir.
I'm sorry, do you have a lawyer? No?
No, sir.
Okay. Are you going to hire a lawyer or make application to the public defender's office?
Literally, Defender's office.
Okay. Did he fill out an application?
He hasn't yet, Judge. Thank you.
Sir, I'm going to have you fill out an application to the public defender's office, and I'll have you reappear on October 5th at 10 o'clock for attorney status and arraignment.
All right, is there a way I can get my bond lowered?
I can understand you now since we're talking about bond. Let me look here, sir. What is his bond set at? $10,000?
$10,000.
Do you know if he has any prior?
He does, Your Honor. He's charged with possession of controlled substance with the purpose to deliver methamphetamine. He's also charged with possession of a firearm by certain persons, which is based on a prior felony conviction. He's also charged with simultaneous possession of drugs and firearms, which is a Class Y felony. And he's charged with 2 counts of possession of paraphernalia, Your Honor.
Okay.
I have his criminal history. I don't have it calculated.
I should realize if he had prior convictions if he's charged with possession by certain persons. Yes, sir.
My previous charge was different possession with, no, I have no other weapons or anything like that.
Okay. I'm going to leave the bond where it's set. That's a fair bond given the circumstances. So,
All right.
all right. Well, thank you. State versus Carlo Perugia. Is that how you pronounce your name, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 17372. Charged with possession of controlled substances, DWI, refusal to submit to a chemical test, other charges. Do you have a lawyer, sir?
I have to fill out the paperwork for a public defender right here, sir.
Okay. What do you do for a living, sir?
Or I work at El Chico's.
Yeah, okay.
Or I did until I got arrested, at least.
Okay, I tell you what, for purposes of arraignment, I'm gonna have the public defender represent you.
Judge, we have representative in the past, that's my understanding.
Okay.
We'll waive any of the information or they've not guilty.
We'll enter a plea of not guilty in your case, sir. Your case is before Judge Webb. I'll have you appear on October 19th at 9:30
Yes, sir.
for attorney status so they can review your application. Thank you. That's all we do today. State versus Kevin Quinton, 17371.
Yes, sir.
Possession of controlled substances, paraphernalia also. You have a lawyer, sir?
Yes, sir. I just fill the paperwork out.
You filled out the paperwork?
I'm finished. I'll fill out the paperwork.
You're going to fill it out, okay? Well, I'll have you appear on October 5th at 10 o'clock for arraignment and attorney status.
Okay, Your Honor, man, they have me with a bond revocation. Can I get my bond back so I can go to work?
Judge, if I may, our office represents him in another case that he has pending.
Okay.
If you could have him reappear in front of Judge Webb, that's the case that the bond was revoked on.
All right.
Next time he's here, they can bring that up. It's Mr. Cooper's case, Judge.
Okay, October 19th at 9:30. Or will he be here on the 28th? Yeah.
He is, Judge.
September 28th.
Yes. Your Honor, assuming that he fills out his application, if we could transfer his new case to Judge Webb's docket.
that would work out more efficient.
Bear with me if it isn't Judge Webb. Okay, sir, thank you.
What's going on?
Your case is gonna be transferred to Judge Gordon Webb. He'll be
Okay.
here on, September 28th.
That's when I find out about bond.
Say it again now?
That when I find out if my bond's gonna be lifted, my revocation be lifted and bond out.
He's asking if that's when that's gonna be.
That's when it'll be heard, yes.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. State versus Glenn Simmermaker, 17,362. Charge of forgery, theft, breaking or entering, other charges. Sir, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you.
Judge, based on that appointment, we waive reading of the information or plea of not guilty.
Okay, well, enter the plea of not guilty. We'll have him appear before Judge Webb on September 28th at 9:30. And anything else?
Judge, he has asked me to request the bond reduction to $5,000.
What says the state?
Judge, this gentleman is charged as habitual offender. These are thefts. It's presently set at $25,000. It probably doesn't need to be that high, but $5,000 would not be sufficient. The state would be all right with a $10,000 bond.
I set the bond at $10,000.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. State versus David Mooney, 17,367.
Mooney.
Charged with theft of property and driving on suspended license. You have a lawyer, sir? Sir, do you have a lawyer?
No?
Are you gonna hire a lawyer? Or make that?
Yeah.
Are you gonna hire a lawyer?
Yeah.
All right. Hire your lawyer, reappear on, October 5th at 10 o'clock, for attorney status and arraignment. Thank you. State versus William Swetnam, 17-366. Says charge of possession of drug paraphernalia, DWI, no liability insurance. Like he's appearing for an arraignment.
Judge, we waive reading of the information, enter a plea of not guilty.
They will enter the plea of not guilty. We'll have him reappear before Judge Webb on the 28th at 9:30.
Judge, the state has agreed to a stipulated bond of $3,500.
He had a parole hold, Judge, that's been lifted.
His hold's been lifted.
Bond to be $3,500.
Thank you, Your
I
Honor.
thought my bond was only $50 million.
Well, was it less, but to begin with?
He had a parole hold on
He
him,
had a parole
Judge.
hold, Judge, there wasn't a bond. Information is empty.
Yeah, I didn't have a DWI.
Okay. Well, your lawyer can take care of that. If it's just an error in the system, then hopefully he can take care of it. Okay, thank you. State versus Travis Langston, 17,365, charge of possession of paraphernalia. Do you have a lawyer, sir?
No, I don't think so. I think so. No, I filled out some paperwork already.
Okay, are you gonna hire a lawyer?
I need to hire one, no.
Okay, you're gonna make application to the Public Defender's Office.
Sorry, sir, I didn't hear you.
Are you going to make application to the Public Defender's Office?
I thought I already filled one of these papers out, these papers right here out.
You've already filled one out? When did you do that?
Yesterday, I think, yeah.
Okay, just the
They
public
kind
defender's
of passed
office
it out
have that?
over here and not, back to them.
This week, including this morning, just before court.
Who did you give it to, sir?
Jailer?
Who?
Jailer? I don't remember who it was.
To make this a little simpler, we have represented Travis before, for his arraignment, we made her plead not guilty on his behalf.
Very well, we'll enter a plea of not guilty. I'll have you appear on, October 5th at 10 o'clock regarding attorney status. Well, thank
I
you.
got a question for you, sir.
Yeah?
How do I get on the Thai card program thing?
I don't know. To be honest with you.
Travis, we'll discuss that, okay? I'll be appointed to your case, okay?
Buddy?
Your bond's $1,500.
15?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
State versus Cynthia Payette, 17-323, which is furnishing encrypted articles, and 16-111, which is a revocation.
Your Honor, on the 2017 case, there is no action to be taken today. I believe she has been arraigned on that particular case. The Public Defender's Office represents her, Your Honor.
And 16-111. Right on that.
Your Honor, that I believe was set for a hearing today. I talked to Mr. Chisholm earlier in the week. I talked to Ms. Payette also. She has, actually, Judge, she has 3 cases on your docket and the revocation. Based upon that, I've asked that the revocation be continued on a defense motion for at least 2 weeks in an attempt to resolve all the cases at the same time.
Okay, revocation hearing will be on October 5th.
Thank you.
This is 17-228, State versus Ryan Farnham. Looks like there's been a petition to revoke his probationary period filed. Let's see where we're at on that. Looks like he's appearing for an arraignment. Does the Public Defender's Office represent?
Judge, I just recently did represent Mr. Farnham, so until he gets an application filled out, I'll enter my appearance and enter a plea of not true.
We'll enter the plea of not true. I'll set the matter down for hearing on October 5th, 10 o'clock or soon thereafter as we can get to it.
Judge, I don't know if he has a bond right now, but if he doesn't, we'd ask that a reasonable bond be set.
Let's see what's alleged.
There's a violation of a no contact order, Judge.
Sir?
I don't know. That's all I know about it.
Ryan, don't say anything about that, okay?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Judge, is based on a violation of no contact order. Any bond would be conditioned upon no contact. The state recommends a $10,000 bond.
Very well. $10,000 bond, no contact with the victim. Alleged victim.
I'll be over to talk to you soon, Ryan, okay?
Thanks, man.
State versus Patrick Martin, 16-182. The revocation. It's like a drug case originally. You have a lawyer, sir?
No.
You intend to hire a lawyer? Would you say that again?
Money too.
Are you gonna make application to the Public Defender's Office? All
Yes,
right.
How about, Jen, how about October? How about $12 million? Okay. All right. How about that? Jen, how about October? How about $12 million? Okay. 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 How about $12 milli
Okay, fill out your application, turn it in. I'll schedule you to appear before Judge Webb on September 28th at 9:30. Thank you. State versus Roland Mitchell, 17-355, manufacturing marijuana, possession of paraphernalia, tampering with physical evidence.
Your Honor, I've been retained by Mr. Mitchell. We've appeared in front of Judge Webb. We set it over today for today's date. Does this show whether he was arraigned or not?
He was.
And I believe it's reappear today for attorney status.
Okay.
Norm.
Give me just a minute here.
Thank you.
So, pre-trial on November 30th, 10 o'clock. Anything further?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. State versus Geneva Lively, 17-292. It's drug fraud and theft, and she also has 17-281.
Good morning, Your Honor. I didn't realize we had moved through the docket that quickly. We were right outside. Your Honor, we're here at a pre-trial on both cases. We don't have any action to take at this time. I just asked for it to be continued over to the next date, which is November 9, which is now set for plea deadline. I'm still trying to wade through a lot of discovery on these two cases.
Very well. State versus Kevin Martin, 17-369. You understand the charge against you? Are you entering a plea of not guilty? Very well, we'll enter the plea of not guilty, returning October 5th at 10 a.m. for attorney status. State versus Don Gowan, 17-207. Ms. Gowan, I'm looking at a police statement and some conditions of suspension or probation. Have you gone over these documents?
Yes, sir.
Do you feel you understand what's set out in the documents?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the charge against you, possession of drug paraphernalia?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the possible range of penalties if you're convicted of that crime?
Yes, I do.
Are you pleading guilty to possession of drug paraphernalia?
Yes, I am.
When you plead guilty, you give up your right to have a trial, and you also give up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, I am.
Have you been promised anything other than what's set out in these documents?
No.
Has anyone threatened or pressured you to change your plea?
No, sir.
Are you pleading guilty to this crime because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, sir.
What's the factual basis?
Judge, on May 10th, 2017, officers with the Mountain Home Police Department and other law enforcement agencies served a search warrant at 303 Nevada Avenue here in Mountain Home. And as a result of that search, they found another gentleman that's familiar with this court hiding in a closet in the back bedroom. In that, Ms. Gowan would have been located in the second bedroom. On search of the residence, there was a number of digital scales, glass smoking pipes with narcotics residue, multiple cell phones, and other items associated with the distribution of illegal narcotics.
So you were possessed of drug paraphernalia on this day?
Yes.
Okay. This time, ma'am, I accept your plea and judge you guilty. You'll be sentenced to 5 years in Department of Corrections to be suspended, to be on probation. You pay $200 in cost, a $2,000 fine, a DNA fee of $250, a $20 booking fee, a drug crime assessment of $125. Pay what you owe at the minimum rate of $100 per month, beginning within 30 days. You make your payments to the Sheriff's Department in Baxter County.
Yes, sir.
And are you agreeing to forfeit a Ford vehicle?
Yes, sir.
All right. Before you leave today, you'll need to see the probation officer.
Okay.
Your Honor, the only other thing I have is she indicates to me that she was in jail for 5 days. I don't know if the court gives credit for that. Some do and some don't, so I just wanted to put that on the record in case you did.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I talked to Mr. Etheridge about Act 531, and he said he didn't have an objection to it. She doesn't have any criminal history, not even a misdemeanor, and it's a target offense, so she would be eligible for Act 531.
I think you're right.
Thank you.
Well, I'll censor 5 days in jail and give it credit for 5 days, sir.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
State versus Reese, Baker, 17-331, possession of drugs for purpose of delivery, paraphernalia, driving under suspended.
Judge, I represent Tess. Another case where there's no action to take today. We're moving along with the schedule.
Very well, very good. (17-329) State versus Jeremy Dillard. Possession of firearms for certain persons, battery, premonition.
Yes, sir. Got a good license. Oh, yeah. Give him we'll give him 10 days. Credit
So
time.
you have a lawyer.
He does, Your Honor. I was recently appointed representative.
We have a pretrial in your case on November 30th at 10 o'clock. Is there anything else to do?
Judge, he did want me to bring up to the court today a no contact order that was issued. He was arrested in this matter against his wife, is that right?
My girlfriend, we've been together for years.
Against a girlfriend, what's her name?
Latasha Waller.
Is she here today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, it's my understanding that this lady is here today and is requesting that the no contact order be lifted in this matter. You all live together, Jeremy?
Yes, sir. We got 2 kids together.
2 children together?
Yes, sir.
Does he still have 2 black eyes and a bloody lip? Healed up. What's the state's?
Your Honor, the state is, things blew up at these folks' house to this woman, as you've identified, got 2 black eyes and a bloody lip. The state is against releasing that no contact order. What's changed? What has changed here? Nothing?
Is she here?
Yes.
Ma'am, why is this not going to happen again?
That was his first time ever doing it. I just don't, we have 2 kids together and he's really my sole provider. I need to be with him.
I'll lift the condition. Don't be beating on her.
That is just a messed up situation.